So, I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but Warthunder actually offers some pretty interesting single-player missions. And no, we did not go through every single-player mission in this video, but we played two of them. And I picked these two out because these are some of the ones I didn't play when I started War Thunder. I played these probably about 2 years ago when I first got into the game and was actually kind of intrigued by them, but was very bad at them. Most of these single-player missions are from pretty unique events, like the Battle of Iwo Jima, Pearl Harbor. I believe they had some Battle of Midways. They had the Battle of Britain. I believe they also offered D-Day. They had some early Korean War with some of the F-80 and early jet fighter aircraft. But honestly, they were pretty well made as far as I remembered, and so replaying some of them, I actually was pleasantly surprised. Now, most of these single-player missions offered a arcade, realistic, and simulator game mode, and they offered SL and RP rewards based on which game mode you tried, with arcade being the least and sim being the most. And let me just say, they were actually pretty pleasant to try out. I really enjoyed playing the Corsair one. You flew around. This was supposed to simulate the Battle of Iwo Jima, where you would jump a bunch of Zeros trying to take off, and your objective is to destroy pillboxes and to protect your ships as they are coming in to invade the island. And honestly, it was very fun. They also have a couple like the Battle of Britain ones where you take off under attack in either a Spitfire or a Hurricane, where you're getting strafed by BF-109s and BF-110s, and you have to shoot down Heinkel HE-111s. And really, if you guys are looking at playing a single-player mode for War Thunder, you should absolutely check these out. They're very much a lot of fun. I will say one thing: you can actually play these as a multiplayer. These actually were, I do remember, I tried a while back. It's been years since I've tried out this game mode. You could actually bring in your friends, and that could be a lot of fun and hectic. And honestly, a lot of these single player game modes are great, or a lot of these single player games. A lot of the options you had are very enjoyable, but I think they could go with a big rework. I feel like these were made a very long time ago when the game was, the top tier was like maybe the F-86, because we have nothing past that. And I think some new maps like F-117 bombing missions from, Iraq, or Syria bombing missions with the Nighthawk, or air superiority missions in Iraq with the F-15 against MiG-29s and Mirages. There's so many really unique and cool options out there, especially from like the Iraq and Vietnam era. And now with War Thunder testing out SAM sites, you could do seed missions with these aircraft as a single player mission. So make sure to hit this like button so that Gaijin might actually see this video and add some of these cool single player missions, because honestly, what would be, that'd be really cool. If we're not going to get major game modes that have the F-117 as a, an actual bomber, we could definitely get some single-player missions that had them added. And I think that'd be really, really unique. Now, in this battle right here in the background, you can actually see we're kind of at the tail end of this one. Right now, at this point, we're shooting down any of the remaining Zeros that got airborne. Our ships have gotten within AA range, and they're actually using AA. I did think these are pretty good made. You can see in the bottom left how many more targets you need to destroy before you can move on, or how many more artillery boxes that there are. And you do fly around with AI aircraft. A lot of this is, obviously AI, because it's player versus AI. And I actually find it pretty enjoyable. I don't think it's too try-hard. I don't think it's too easy either. I mean, it's time-consuming. Some of these game modes could take about 15 to 20 minutes. But I also don't think it's the hardest thing. I think if you're a new player, you could definitely jump into this and have a ball doing it. Like I said, I've played the game for years now, and I honestly enjoyed making this video. I think I will make future videos on single-player missions. I know I was asked to play every single one. Obviously, I didn't do it in this video, but I might in a future live stream. But I did take out, like I said, a couple of these game modes and just saw what they were all about. I really did enjoy the Corsair one, and I actually thought that the BF-110 one was very enjoyable as well. Here in this one, I have the, some Zeros behind me. I'm just going to try to shake them. The Corsair in World War II is actually one of the best World War II aircraft. It definitely could not dogfight with Zeros, but it could hold its own in the skies with them, especially with its Pratt & Whitney 2800 double Wasp engine. Same engine that they actually had in the Hellcat, just with much more horsepower due to the larger the area between. It's a whole thing. The engine on the Corsair is a great story. But obviously, we just got down to the deck and used our power to race away from the zeros. Now, if you're looking to get into these game modes, they're super easy. You just have to click single player, and then you'll get a whole list of options, and you can click them and decide which ones you want to play. Here we are in the Hurricane. We're obviously under attack on an airfield. This is a Battle of Britain feel. You're getting strafed by BF-110s, trying to take off in under enemy fire, which is very cool. Then you're forced to use your speed to try to get airborne and shoot down enemy aircraft, and then go after enemy bombers while you're at low speeds. And honestly, as for Warthunder being a praised multiplayer game, I really like the single player game mode. It's actually pretty fun, but it needs a lot of reworks. Okay, and what I mean by that is, like I said, the latest you're gonna see is Korea War. You're gonna see the F-80 C-10. I think is the highest you get. Maybe the F-86. I think some of the Vietnam and Iraqi war era, single player missions would be so fun. Well, I think it'd be amazing to have an F-16 seed mission, or maybe even an F-4 over MiG Alley, or Phantoms dueling it out with MiG-21s. There's a lot of things that they could do to make it really enjoyable. I did find this clip right here pretty interesting. The BF-110s tried to get me in a head-on. This is when after we'd climbed for a bit, we went after the enemy bombers, and this one we actually failed. I failed this mission because there are so many enemy bombers on this one. This one is the Battle of Britain. I had it on the hardest level, and let me just say, I tried it the one game. I might try to beat it in the future, but it was very interesting. It was very hard to shoot down all the bombers, so I ended up losing. Anyways, make sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in a later video.